Look, it's fucking in a book.
It's in a book.
All right, we're live. Welcome back, everybody.
What's happening?
What's happening? We got Jeffro, Jules Verne, Looney Tune, Stray, J Rod. we got everybody. Kat, she'll join soon. I hope I didn't leave anybody out. I think I left my avatar out.
I just got a notification that you're live. So you're live.
Yeah, we're live. We're live. Got caught singing.
I won't watch it though, because I'm here.
There we go.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
What's the Saturday Night Live?
Last time.
You live on Saturday night.
Oh my god, that was such a smoke blow from Jeffro. That was beautiful, man.
Oh, the vape.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was great.
Jeffro's a freestyler. He can break it down for you. He's like White Biggie, except not overweight or nothing.
Hey, fun fact: me and Biggie share a birthday.
Do you really?
Oh, snap!
Yeah, May 21st is when our mama's water burst.
Oh,
that's a Biggie Smalls line.
Damn, son, and it relates to you.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty badass. Yep. I share a birthday with Donald Trump and Che Guevara.
That's it. Well, that's how all my friends remember my birthday.
Ellen DeGeneres. Go figure.
Ellen DeGeneres. Okay.
Yeah.
This is all making sense.
Right?
Well, I'm a Gemini, right? So the only other person I can think of outside of probably a few pro athletes is like Steffi Graf, and that was before my time. I don't know anybody else notable that was born on my birthday. But Donald Trump, far right, Che Guevara, leftist revolutionary, and I'm a Gemini. So, yeah, it's split right down the fucking middle.
Hey, you know what? I actually named my daughter Shay. My daughter, her name is Shay.
But with a Y.
And I named her after Che Guevara. I named her Chey. And I had to put the Y on there because if I didn't, then Aussies are going to call her Che.
Che, and they would too. Che, you fucking can't. You're not a. Get over here, Che. No, I'm just kidding. Not your daughter, just in general, Che. J Rod, Stray. Who do y'all share birthdays with?
I went to Cuba and I love.
I went to Cuba.
I absolutely love Che Guevara.
she was held in Abu Ghraib.
His name is Ernesto Guevara. Anyway.
Ernesto. Yeah, Che's better. Like Ernesto.
Let's see.
Ernesto, viva la revolution!
Just before I let someone else speak, Che actually means buddy, mate, friend. It's a colloquialism of the word friend. So it's like pal, buddy, mate. It's like, that's what Che actually means. I used to think it meant hooray, but it's not. It means
Che.
It means mate. Che is like mate, and yeah,
that's cool.
Because I thought
that is interesting.
No, you don't, Jay.
Do you?
You have Beyonce and Damon Wayans.
Well,
Damon Wayans.
If you like it, then you should have put a ring on it.
Whitney Cummings. And
I don't know.
Whitney
Cummings from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
No, the comedian lady. Right.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe
I
right.
like Whitney Cummings.
Okay. Oh shit! I completely lost. I had a quip. I completely lost it. Straight. Who do you share a birthday with? Do you know anybody?
Well, no. I was born on Easter.
Oh Jesus!
What?
Oh, Jesus is dead.
No,
that's terrible.
That's
something to do with Jesus. That's pretty cool. You get you get birthday presents and an Easter egg hunt. Like bam.
No, I was teased. I was a rotten egg. My mom decided to keep.
I used to do an Easter egg hunt at my grandparents, and they'd had tons of eggs. And every single year, you'd find 2 or 3 rotten eggs from the year or two before. Yeah, but you can claim them. I found these, like I win.
True, they count.
They count, that's right. They're still Easter eggs. Looney! Hey, Looney, who do you share a birthday with?
My birthday, I share it with Ellen.
Ellen, that's
DeGeneres.
Right. You already said degenerate.
Oh, no.
I don't mind Ellen. I hate that fucking dance that she does with her. I think she plays out on everybody with that. That's so stupid. It's like who? Yeah, I know, right?
Her and I are both Aquariuses, and we share the same birthday. She is far left, and I am not. So I love her. I love her comedy, but yeah.
I loved her when she first came out. She had this joke that I saw on Comedy Central back in the 90s, and she said, yeah, I drove through the country this weekend. It was the most beautiful, serene scene I'd ever seen in my life, and then I saw a deer, and it was so pretty. It was just absolutely amazing, and I never wished that I had a gun at any point other than. And I was like, oh, and now she's all against guns and shit. And she was like, bang, 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 dead. And it was so funny. And now she's like severe left and hates guns and everybody. And it's depressing. And I don't.
Well, like a lot of it's just like the politics and her celebrity and.
Well, to have that celebrity, she has to delve into those politics. Like you can't have that fame without pushing the agenda.
See, and that's like a sellout to me. Like you're a sellout now.
Oh, absolutely.
Sorry, baby.
Absolutely. I think she sold out when she wasn't open about her sexuality to start with. Like she kind of snuck it on people and then used it to push an agenda when she broke it out on the show. It was just I don't know. I understand how things were back then, but she got more notoriety and fame from that than for being funny. And yeah, it's kind of like
yeah, and she's actually a very funny comedian. Like her actual
good timing, good jokes.
Her comedic shows were good, but like I understand her platform and what she's doing. It's just like I don't agree with
the agenda. Like
I don't have to agree with it to understand it. Yeah, if that makes sense. So
yeah, no, I follow.
Hey,
you,
Looney.
I follow.
Hey, Looney.
Yeah,
after our last stream, I sent D a picture of one of my friends that looks exactly like you, man.
Yeah,
God.
It's uncanny, man.
I didn't say anything about it because I know what happened to your brother, and I know that's sensitive. But my friend also is gone, you know. So yeah, so I didn't mention it last time. But you look.
No, there's no problem with talking about it. Like overdose is a huge issue that's going on in a lot of communities. So I mean. I have no problem talking about that.
I sent D a picture of it was just my two friends and both of them are gone. So, you know, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
It is ridiculous. I'm sorry to hear that, Jeff. I've got a few friends as well. When I moved to Australia, you know, I'm trying to keep in touch and get up with people, and it's just like, well, you can't talk to Steve anymore. He's dead. And, you know, I've got friends in prison and friends that have passed, and that was my plight. So I'm very thankful that, I talked to my dad too, and I didn't even know my dad, but my dad knows where I grew up in my situation and my social structure, I suppose. And he tells me, son, like, you didn't stand a chance over here. You absolutely didn't stand a chance. And very lucky to have gotten out of that situation that is, the USA. It's not that I don't love America. I do greatly. You know, but with the good comes the bad. And unfortunately, where I'm from, there was a shit ton of bad, man.
You left because you were supposed to leave.
Yeah,
you left because you were supposed to leave.
My eyes were closed. I went where the wind took me. You know, whatever my soul contract was, I'm an observer. I
would leave if possible.
Well, you are going to leave, so it ain't no big deal. All of you, hopefully, at some point, will come over here and fall in love with the place and
start our community, our commune.
Yeah, we haven't talked Stray. We haven't recruited Stray into our cult yet, but
oh yeah, Stray. We're gonna get her to drink the. You gonna drink the Kool-Aid, Stray?
Yeah. Well, over here is cordial. She'll drink the cordial.
Eat the Vegemite.
Yeah, we'll have you eat the Vegemite sandwich. The Vegemite of freedom. Viva la revolution. I'm like a conservative Che. I got nothing. I'll leave it there.
So what's the topic? What are we gonna talk about, guys?
Well, I had something that I wanted to touch up on that a student that I'd go to engineering class with me asked me. I was going through the foundations of NASA and basically what my perception of what other people perceive me as a conspiracy theorist. And I just look at it as I'm a truther. I just like to see through the bullshit, regardless if I'm gonna do anything about it or not. And he asked me when you start to search for truth or what have you. Sorry, Jeff. What was that, bro?
No, I was just gonna say people love to call facts conspiracy. You know.
Well, that's it. Conspiracy is just two or more people plotting something that other people aren't aware of. You know, that's just a conspiracy.
Everything's a conspiracy until it's not.
Yeah, it's brought to light. Yeah, until people understand what the fuck's going on. That's right. But he asked me, when you're searching for truth, if you don't trust language, if you don't trust stuff that's written or people's opinion or what people say as truth, then how do you find it? And I thought it would be good, especially with the people that we have on here, to maybe touch up on how they find truth, how they, sort out the bullshit, use their discernment to pick out the nuggets and put those things together, which for me, that's how it works. It was in no stretch. Like in the first week of me researching shit, was I like, oh, I figured shit out. I know this or I know that. It was a lot of research and finding out that people were shills and finding out that people I was trusting with factual information were full of shit. And they were pushing an agenda, or they were leading me into a gate so I wouldn't further look into situations or subjects. And learning how to use your discernment, learning how to use your God-given five senses to pick out what makes sense to you, to pick out what your gut says is right, and then use that with other bits that you pick out, and then kind of put like a broader picture together. But if anybody'd like to elaborate on that about their research or how they actually find, information that they can piggyback.
I actually want to throw J-Rod under the bus and have him start, because he never starts, and he's very quiet. So let's start with him.
All right.
Are you comfortable with that subject, J-Rod?
Yeah. Yeah, it's
okay.
For me, it's kind of like once you get so far into research and kind of figuring shit out, you just kind of wake up finally, and it kind of becomes automatic. You don't really have to think about it anymore. If you read something and it's horseshit, you smell it. Same thing with watching the news.
And what does that knowledge smell like, J-Rod?
It smells like horseshit.
Yeah, that's exactly right, man. It smells like horseshit. It feels like horseshit. I can relate to that completely.
Which we've all smelled.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
And it just kind of becomes almost a sixth sense kind of autopilot kind of thing. I don't know.
Can I ask you a question, J-Rod?
That's much how I would put it as well, J-Rod. It's like an autopilot. Like you can just feel what's right about something or what's wrong. But sorry, I'm not trying to step.
J-Rod, what actually started to wake you up though? Like, what was that one topic, that one thing that piqued your interest, that made you become awake? Like, what was that for you? That
there was a couple different rabbit holes I went down. At first, it was just kind of uneasy, something's wrong feeling, and you start researching stuff, and that's when I stumbled into Mandela territory.
Okay.
And the biggest one of those for me is I remember growing up in the damn Sagittarius arm. And when I realized
me too.
Out there, yeah. What's up, Sagittarius? But
what's up, buddy? We're actually now on the opposite end of the galaxy now. Much deeper in the middle than what we were. We used to be on the band. If you think about a city, if you think of the galaxy as a city, a metropolitan, our little Earth was in the suburbs in the country, and now we're not. Now we're next to the city.
Yeah.
Just to give a stupid little we moved. I don't know when we moved.
But that's what it started with me, is just feeling wrong. Just waking up one day and being like, well, everything's the same, but it's different.
Yep, everything's the same, but it's different. A big reminder of that to me, J-Rod, is the sky itself. It's not blue like it was when I grew up as a kid. The sun isn't yellow like it used to be when I was a kid. It's a white sun and a slate gray blue sky. And even when it's blue, it's still not that childhood blue. The clouds aren't the same. It's not the right blue, man.
That goes into something a lot different. That goes into the chemtrailing and the spraying of the chemtrailing aspect. It is real. It's either incredibly horrible or they're doing it to enhance our atmosphere in case there is like a pole shift, so that like it'll deflect some of the cosmic radiation. There's a couple theories out there on that, but like I remember the skies. They used to be like a bright, vibrant blue, and now everything's all like hazy and silver and clouded out. Like the sky has changed in the past 20 years. So
sorry guys, just giving a shout out to Mine Axiom, Catherine and Miss Vicky online. And if any of these and Schmeenix, if any of these people would like to jump into they're all in the chat. They're our happy fam.
Okay, I chat open now. Hey guys.
What was that, J-Rod? I'm sorry. Stepped on your toes there.
Damn it, I forgot.
Oh, sorry, brother. I was giving love. Yeah.
My brain was like, you got this, right? I'll be over here.
You don't need words for this.
Words are hard anyway.
Words are hard. I swear.
Words aren't hard. It's just the big ones that suck.
James, what were you just talking about?
Nanotechnology.
I have no clue.
There it was.
And
the chemtrails.
I was going to mention.
Oh, the chemtrailing.
Yeah, I had a little.
That just goes into like
pop into my head.
The chemtrailing's not like a Mandela effect. It's just like an advancement of technology that's happening that isn't in the mainstream. Like it's something that's going on that's either incredibly very good for us or very bad for us, and we'll see that in the years coming up.
In my opinion, I'm sorry to just jump in, but this is nanotechnology. It's nanoparticles that are infiltrating our cellular membrane, which is our skin. That's what they want to do, and it's part of the whole. What's it called? The
transhumanism agenda.
Yes.
See, and that's one of those theories. Like, it's like a transhumanism thing. They're trying to, like, nanotize us. There's other theories that are saying that it's to protect the planet's, like, the ozone, like how it's, the sun is entering into a new phase. Well, like the sun is entering like into like a new phase where it's going to be the sunspots are going away, so we're not going to have those anymore. So now, not having those sunspots, the Earth is going to cool. There's a bunch of lectures out there on this topic. We're going into a solar minimum is what it's called. So there's a lot of stuff going on with the sun that's not being spoken about scientifically mainstream that it should be. Like, who cares about Stormy Daniels and Trump and all this fucking bullshit? Like, there's actual scientific things that are happening that are affecting our planet that's not being broadcasted. Like, we're going into a new solar phase. Why isn't this being discussed? It's very important. Like, Jules can detest, and I'll, like, leave it open for her to talk about this after this one sentence. Like, the sun affects, like, us, like, on the spiritual aspect, as well as on the, like, here on the planet, like an organism. Like, the sun affects our entire scope of us. So, like, if, like, and I'm not saying this right at all, But like the sun going into a solar minimum is a major deal, and it has a lot of ramifications that nobody is speaking about. Scientists are speaking about it. It's just not being spoken about in the mainstream. So like,
not in the mainstream and not in the schools, and that's what's wrong with this world.
yeah. And like the sun affects us, like it affects our planet, like it affects our souls. And Jules can like speak about the sun and just how it like affects us spiritually. Like it's a major shift, and it's happening right now, and nobody's talking about it.
Well, I'm just going to say that everybody should have a good little stare into the sun, do it through the trees, do it when the sun's going down or when the sun's coming up, and just have a little stare into that sphere that is our sun. And then close your eyes for a minute, do a little meditation, and see all the colors light up. It goes from all the colors to the rainbow that's in the spectrum of what we understand as our light spectrum. You'll get, red and green and blue and purple and yellow. You'll get them all. You just look into that sun. You ask for it to come down here through the crown chakra and circulate. It kind of has to circulate through the body when you do some sun gazing, and it's kind of like eating food. It's kind of like we need to eat good raw foods, but when we do a bit of sun gazing, it's the same thing. It's food for the soul. And it's.
Can you speak about the solar flare that was a day or so ago? Because like it caused migraines. I know I had one. I know you had one. That solar flare, like nobody talks about this. Like,
and far out. Yesterday, I was turned inside out. I was like giddy. I had nerves in my body I didn't even know I had. I had like little fucking nerve inside. Sorry, the inside of my knee. It was like twitching all day, and I actually was sick. I was physically sick, and that was all the solar flare that had arrived and it had given its boost to the Mother Earth where we're actually standing. I mean, this solar flare activity is it's nothing new, but it really has an effect. And if you dare to feel the effect and what it's going to do to you, well, my goodness. I mean, I don't get sick, but I was, oh my God, I was off the chart yesterday. Off the chart with kind of a dizziness and like a real rubbery, like, I can't explain it. I was absolutely kind of, taken out yesterday. And then every experience I had with the people I was talking to was exacerbating the physical, so the emotional stuff that happened yesterday was exacerbating the physical of what was happening yesterday. It was just like, oh my God, it was undeniably a very energetic day yesterday for me, which was about 12 to 14 hours ago, if anybody's listening and they are thinking that they were going through the same thing. It was just like a little sickening, but you just got to know what. It's kind of like I knew it was not just my body. It was something outside of my body that was affecting my body at that time. And I think it was the solar flare. And a couple of other things. Anyone else?
I was actually kind of the opposite. Actually, I had been riding like a high energy for the past couple weeks, and Sunday night into Monday, I had like a weird kind of in between sleep state thing going on. And I woke up Monday and had a complete shit week, all up until yesterday. And when solar flares come through,
sorry, go ahead.
I got some energies back, and I was like, all right, let's rock and roll.
Do you guys put much weight into the Schumann resonance?
Of course, she's helping us rise.
I'm not familiar.
I'm not either.
You don't know the Schumann resonance?
Yes.
I relate to J-Rod on a shit week, though. Sorry, just throwing that in there. J-Rod, I had a shit week too, brother.
I get I get
I'm
my
sorry,
all my
guys.
Sorry,
Schumann
Stray.
charts. I get
Sorry,
Slay.
Stray.
For Stray. Sorry.
Straight, yeah, please.
Yeah, please, Stray. I'm so
I'm
sorry.
not
I was just
familiar.
injecting
Let
because I.
Yeah.
Heather explain.
So
Yeah.
Yeah, please
yes,
explain, Stray.
Oh no, you guys are fine.
no,
I'm
no.
stepping on toes. I got big feet. I'm like a damn bull in a china
I just
shop with
love to hear Heather's
verbiage.
voice.
Oh,
I
don't
didn't.
worry about me, none.
Stray, give us a quick
um,
rundown of Schumann.
it's been active. It was pretty quiet for a long time, and now it's been active past few weeks. Picking up what I'm no expert. I have no letters behind my name. I really don't even know all the technical words, but I look at it a lot more than I should. And there's these individual ticks or beats, or I don't know what you call them
Vibration.
exactly, but yes, not the specific amplitudes though, not the white solid chunks. It looks like raindrops that are coming down at specific perfect rhythm intervals. And the most that I've seen that it missed so far is 6 ticks since it started. And this hasn't happened since I've been watching the Schumann for a year. I haven't seen this happen until
Excuse me.
within the last few weeks. And then there's, these intense spikes that are coming, and then regular energy. And basically, it's all just energy. It's a reflection of us. It's resonance. It's not something that affects us. It's something we affect. So I like to see it as a reflection of where we are. And I feel like for a long time, there's a lot of people that were going through some healing crisis, hard times, to this point where it seems like the people that are kind of more awake are having harder times when it's low and doing better when it's high. So
Okay.
I don't know, just stuff I'm throwing out there, just observations.
No,
That is all.
that's interesting.
Yeah, very interesting.
That's
So,
very interesting.
Stray, is that your opinion that we affect it and not the other way around, or not even a two-way street?
Well, I don't think it's actually my opinion. I think that that's the fact.
Okay.
It is resonance. I mean, it's the Schumann resonance, and so like by definition, what the resonance is what the energy within the ionosphere causes. So basically, when we're putting out large amounts of energy, good, bad, or indifferent, depends on how we use it. Energy's up for debate on how it's going to be used. But when it's out there, it's being put out there, and it's us doing it.
Yes.
And I think that those little raindrops that are going up and down, I don't have a way to show you guys a specific chart right now. I'm sure you can see them on Discord easy. I'll post one later. But there's these within each hour, there's about 6 beats, like every day for weeks now, that hasn't been there before. And to me, that is really exciting. I don't know what it means. I go off of my gut now. I'm all about just what I feel rather than trying to use my brain. I've always been a left brain person, analytical, skeptical, but now that I'm kind of leaning into it and more awake of things, I feel like it's a really good thing. I think it's a sign of good things. And
Right. Excellent.
Thank
As
you.
long as
No,
you're
thank you. I
positive.
never.
Yeah. Jeffro's
So
having a
that's what I
spiritual
was
moment.
always kind of wondering is
Mhm.
if there was no people on the planet, would there still be a resonance then? Because I guess I had always interpreted it as the natural resonance of the planet, not of the inhabitants of the planet. But I mean, I've been wrong before, and it's going to happen again.
Well, energy can come from anything, not just people. So, I mean, I honestly believe, okay, I have a thing, my own personal theories. Again, the pyramids play a lot into it. And as far as grounding, what goes through our feet when we ground, energy comes up through our heads, energy goes down through the ground. When we ground, that's good for us. It goes through the ground. We know the pyramids have these water systems underneath them, these cleansing, magical water systems that have healed, however many years ago. Well, I think that's part of the process. When we ground, it's going into the earth, it's going through the pyramids, it comes out through the top of the pyramids back into the ionosphere. And that is the energy that is like coming back then into us. And not just us, plants, rocks. I mean, everything has energy.
Sure
Energies,
does.
yes.
Everything is sentient. Everything is sentient.
Exactly.
Everything.
Yeah. So
The
that's
only
just
thing that doesn't change, and the only thing is love.
exactly the heart place.
Oh no. Who'd we lose? We lost somebody. Was it me?
Looney keeps dropping
Looney.
out.
Okay.
I am so sorry. Am I rambling? Eek.
No,
No,
you-
absolutely
No,
not.
no.
Oh my God.
Thank you. Really, thank you,
I
Stray.
apologize.
Because
I'll
Oh,
send it.
my pleasure.
I learned something new. Really.
Well, it seems like
Yeah, no
it
doubt.
correlates with the sun flares that you guys are talking about. I've
Yes.
seen some stuff with that, and it really does correlate
Right,
in
right.
my feeling.
See,
It
this
does.
I just,
this
I
is
think
all
it's great to
super
talk with you
interesting
and be
for
able to
me.
like bounce ideas and ask questions and stuff.
mhm.
And
Well,
it's
the
the
Schumann's like the Earth's
concepts.
heartbeat, and so and then the sun. I mean, that just really makes sense to me.
Yeah.
It's like,
The concepts of all this is very interesting to me. I don't really delve into it. I'm a I don't like the word flat earther. I believe in we have somebody in the chat, stationary planes, to give them a shout out. And that's what I believe, a stationary plane. I think a motionless plane. I think this, but I think frequencies explain everything as far as space, other intelligent life, other dimensions. I suppose, it could be put, all this, it's not something that I disregard or anything, and I'm super interested in learning about it because it's not stuff that I look into because there's a divide. It's either one thing or the other, and it's hard for people to say, well, there's aliens or there's other dimensions or something like that. If it's a stationary plane and we're the center of everything, but if you delve into frequencies, then all that stuff goes hand in hand. It's just another perspective of looking at it and a different explanation. But all this falls in line to my thought process. Just it's out of the box of what I usually delve into when I do research and what have you. So I find it fascinating, very interesting. Just to touch up on that, but before I get into flat Earth stuff, and you're like, oh, okay, well, he don't even pay no attention to space or planets or astrology. I do, absolutely do, and I've had my eyes open to it through Jules and talks with other people on the panel. So please don't think that if I discuss things in a different perspective that I'm closed-minded to anything that's being said, guys. Just want to put that out there right now.
Let's can we talk about the occult beginnings of NASA?
Well,
Certainly.
Hey, before we start that, I just wanted to chime in. Dee, that goes back to the beginning of the stream and just like how. What was your question for the beginning of the stream? Say that again.
How do we basically discern truth if we don't necessarily trust the mainstream narrative or trust, journals that are put out that have been popularized through truther communities? If they're filled with disinformation, how do we actually get facts and solidify our beliefs in something that, if we're so skeptical, how do we actually find something that we can run with, I suppose?
So what, like you just said, is kind of like a point on that. Like, you're a flat earther. I'm not.
I'm not necessarily. I'm not a globe earther. I'm not a globe earther. But yeah.
Well, no, but I'm not calling.
I'll just go with that. Sure.
I'm just saying, like, you have one perspective, other people have another, but it's like, how do I say this right? So for me, like, what had brought me, like, into this whole, like, realm of knowing all of you lovely people was 9/11. That's what, like, kind of woke me up a little bit. Like,
that's what woke me up, Looney.
That got me into the questioning of the normal reality.
Army off that shit. I bit hard on that, Looney. I was patriotic, USA.
Yeah, that's exactly.
Fuck the Middle East. I tried to join the military. I got denied twice right after 9/11. Within 2 weeks, I'd already been denied by the Army twice. So
for me, like
I bit hard.
The quest for like knowledge and truth. That's what like made my eyes like open up a little bit, and I was like, "Hey, there's a question mark on my head now, not the Pikachu hat." So there's like a question mark that like made it. So like I was like, okay, well I don't understand that, so I'm gonna question this, and this.
Pikachu.
It's the Pikachu hat.
Pikachu. Oh, so for the record, Looney, you've gotten compliments on your hat in the chat. I think Vicky had mentioned earlier how cute it was. So anyway, go ahead. Just a quick ego boost.
But like that's what like opened my eyes a little bit, but like shook me into the main reality that most of us live in now. Like not the normal people, like all of us in here, and the guys that are watching. That like brought me over to like our realm was the Mandela effect. So for certain people, like it could be the flat Earth, it could be the globe Earth, it could be the Mandela effect, it could be so many aspects of the conspiracy realm that are all connected. And like I don't want like anybody to think just because like you believe in a flat Earth or a globe Earth or aliens or no aliens or ancient human past, like just believing in some sort of conspiracy theory means you're awake enough to start to connect the dots, and that's very important. Like all of them they're all like interconnected. It's all spider web, and you have to do the research in all of it to start to link it together. Like,
right.
I myself have not done the flat Earth aspect yet, just because it's so complex. I don't want to touch that yet. I'm not ready because it's complex for me and the research I've been doing.
Yeah, so, like, I find it much more simplistic than the explanations for the globe, and it just seems like there's more hidden with less to hide. And in saying that, as a flat earther, just to because there is a stigma put on them, it's like, well, this is a stationary plane.
Well, yeah,
I believe in it. I believe in the divine creator. I follow no religion. I feel like all religions were devised to steer people, and I suppose I'm agnostic to the thought of anything really. It's just the perception of it's just because I believe we're here on a material existence that's not spinning and not flying through a vacuumless or a vacuum void. I feel like that I'm very open to the concept of all the other things that deal with astrology, that deal with other intelligent life, that deal with things
me
like
too.
that, just through a different manner, through frequency as opposed to material existence. Like to me, aliens won't show up from outer space and land on our planet and have an
Can I share a thought bubble I had during Uni stream last night? And it's not like a eureka moment, but it's close. It's like someone like hitting you in the head with like stupid knowledge you should have known. So
yeah.
Everyone here uses the word sheeple. Yes? Like, who are the sheeple? The sheeple are the people who the masses control. Is that like a general consensus of like a sheeple? The people, the asleep masses?
Right.
So we have the sheeple. So think back in religion. Who was the shepherd? Who was that? That was Jesus. So, like, we're using terminology now on the people who are asleep, and they were using it, like, in religion 2,000 years ago plus. Of the people who weren't awake to, like, spiritual belief. And, like, I just had that, like, awakening last night of, like, hey, we're using that terminology when that's kind of what they were doing 2,000 years ago. So just...
Yep.
I had that small light bulb last night, so...
I thought
what'd you say?
Uni stream was absolutely brilliant yesterday.
What'd you say, J-Rod?
I said Jeff was dying to get his 2 cents up in here.
Oh, yeah, throw it out, Jeffro.
I'll just say it's okay to... I follow the shepherd and not the flock. That's all I'll say about it.
No, like, it wasn't like a bash on Christianity. It was just like, we use certain people now, but, like, Christ was the shepherd.
I'm just letting y'all, y'all ask. But
there was a...
And y'all can't offend me. Y'all can't offend me, I don't think, because I know y'all, and I know that y'all respect me, and y'all don't look at me as, some idiot that just follows stuff blindly. I had...
my God, no. Absolutely.
Well, no, but I'm trying to talk for you. Like, all of us are knowledge seekers now, and the ultimate, like, knowledge seeker, he was the shepherd. Like, he was the... So I'm trying to make a correlation, because I correlated that together last night and was like, oh, the Son of God was, like, an enlightened one. We're all, like, enlightened, and we're speaking about... We're not like Jesus, but, like, we're on the path of being enlightened, and we're talking about the people who are asleep. So I was trying to correlate that. Because I made that correlation last night. I was like, oh, we have that in common, kind of. Like,
there was a quote, I put it in the chat last night, and I'm thinking off the top of my head here, but I'm pretty sure he was a fairly renowned physicist, one of the most highly of his time. I might not even be a physicist, but he was a scientist of some sort. And now I sound completely ignorant, but the quote was, the first gulp from the cup of modern science will turn you into an atheist, but at the bottom of the cup, God is waiting for you. And I think that's very prevalent, because that's where I'm at. I've come to a place to where I follow no religion. I don't believe in any structured. I don't even pray with the verbiage that we use. I look at language as witchcraft. God knows how I feel. God, I don't even like the word God. I feel like it's gum or shit or fuck or fart. It's just it doesn't really do justice to the divine creator, which is what I refer to whatever created us.
God can be a very generic term, Yeah,
I feel like when I'm talking about what created me and this goofy shit hanging off my face, or the food that I eat, or the air that I breathe, or the scenery that I see when I leave my house, it just deserves a bit more respect. And I try to use a word that shows the intent of that, I suppose. And in my heart, I feel like we're all of the essence of the divine creator. And our praying is when we help other people that are whose intent is good. It's not necessarily saying giving $10 to a wino so we can go get some alcohol, but it's just doing right by people, and our creator's happy when we laugh and when we enjoy the things that he provided for us, and we take that, we show
Yeah, I
appreciation.
think everybody in the panel is on that same notion and believes that same spiritual tie-in.
Right.
Like,
Well, I don't feel connected per se, but I feel like the connection is I'm of that essence. There doesn't need to be a connection. I don't need to talk. I don't need to speak to God.
No, but you have that divine connection. It doesn't need to be like God, but like you have a deep spiritual connection to something.
Yeah. Well, it's about living as a true human and appreciating the true gifts that he's given us. It's just living my existence the way that he intended, which is natural science, natural law is beautiful. And it's not something, if there weren't a government, we wouldn't go into chaos. People help each other. It's instinctual. People love each other. Family is family, you know, and when you live with a family or you live with a community, you elevate those people, not necessarily because it does you it gets you ahead or it boosts your ego. But when other people are doing good around you, it benefits everybody. It benefits you. When you teach somebody right and wrong and they're able to follow a structured path in learning and understanding, they're going to benefit the community that will in turn benefit you in some regard. And I feel like Mother Nature is simple. And I think that science itself is trying to convolute it and confuse it and
Mother
make it
Nature
into...
is key. The earth and nature is key in all of this.
Okay.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah. I don't think it needs books of science to describe. It is what it is, and it's inside all of us. It's just that we live
exactly.
through so many we live through so many man's written rules and descriptions and diagrams and directions and explanations that we completely lose touch of our true essence. And I use my five senses, and if
when you take the actual meaning of religion and then apply rules upon it, you're now taking something that is spiritual and beautiful and magical, and you're turning it into a ruling system, and those two are never meant to meet ever. So you're taking something that's like a core fundamental to every human being's spiritual growth, and then you're tacking on rules on that, and you're just messing up the whole message and the meaning of what it's like to be here and be a spirit in this body. And like, I am not religious at all, but like, I'm an entity in this vehicle. This vehicle is not who I am. Like, hi, I'm James, this is James. Inside of James is this giant white light that, like, when this vehicle dies, that white light that's connected to nature and you guys and just, like, your energy, like, our energies are connected. That energy that's in me, that white light, that's connected to all of you guys. So, like, when this vehicle dies, it's dead, but, like, that white light, that energy, that sense of being and spirit lives on. And it moves on. And it either comes back or it just goes on. And, like, that's a message that, like, nobody speaks about, and religion fucks it up. Like, oh, well, you have to be good or you have to be bad. No, the whole point is just to be here and experience and try and be a good person, and then go with God. Like, it's not God, but it's just...
In my opinion, my intent is how I pray. I pray with my intent. If my intent is whole and righteous and good and meaningful and positive, then to me, then God is happy. God, I say God, the divine creator. It's clunky, but I mean, I just,
Yeah.
I struggle with that, and I don't really talk about the divine creator. And I know it sounds kind of flippant, or not flippant. I think God sounds flippant, but it sounds kind of like I'm trying to be too PC or too spiritual or something. But I say that as my intent though when I'm talking to you guys, because I suppose even though I don't like words, I think it's witchcraft. If I'm using very articulate words to describe what I'm thinking, it's because my mind's thinking, and it just helps get that emotion, emote that feeling or emote that intent. And yeah, anyway, rambling on with it, but I don't want to sound, because I said divine creator and not God,
you could
that I'm
ask
trying to be
Jules, like, just like
fancy,
the
not
spirit
fancy.
standing. Like, you can ask Jules, like, just in the human vehicle, if you're standing outside, barefoot, standing in the grass, it has a positive influence on your body and your soul. Like, Jules, what's the positive influence of just being in nature and being barefoot in the grass, or just connecting with nature spiritually? Like,
Yep.
can you speak about that?
Well, that's what I wanted to say, was that when you use the word vehicle as the body, I kind of use this term even with my little kids, that this body is just it's a vehicle, it's a vessel, it's how do I put it into words? It's not really the whole true person. And so when I've got kids and I'm trying to explain that to them, I mean, you can imagine I try and explain it to other humans as well. I mean, I try and let people know that, this stuff called skin is just a part that gets us to the experience thing called life. And it's a vehicle. I love the way that you use the word vehicle, because the body is the vessel that will, everyone talks about ascension and they want to talk about getting on some kind of spacecraft, and the body is the spacecraft. The inside of the body is the spacecraft. If we could only just realize that, once we get inside the body and we start to realize the biology and the cellular makeup of our body and what's inside of our cells and why does that happen. When you go deep inside of that cellular makeup of your body, then you realize that everything above is below, everything within is without. So within the body, inside of my body, is the whole universe. And that's why I've had my dreams. That's why I've done my travel in my dreams. And you've got to do it for yourself. But for me, whenever I've astral traveled, I've actually burst inside out. My body bursts. And, the whole chakra system and the 7 planets, the 7 chakras, it kind of all makes sense that everything inside of my body, just my body, is outside of my body and I started to learn this because there is 5 protons per meter. There's 1 proton per 5 meters in space. And as we know that there's a proton in every cell of our body. So I started to think about the body as a small scale universe. Like, there is a proton in every cell of my body, and turn that inside out and you've almost got a small scale universe. And that's the way you've got to kind of see this life. Turn it inside out, invert everything, and turn it upside down. And then you're going to get a little bit of a picture, because that's the thing. They teach us all this stuff, and we've got to look in the opposite direction. So they teach us something, and you've got to look in the opposite direction for the truth. And that is the way that life is, because we now as truthers know that is the way it is. And You know, I'm not going anywhere with this. I'm just saying,
You
test
certainly
yourself
are.
to look in the opposite
Sorry,
direction
Jules.
of everything you
Jules,
know.
you get.
Yeah.
Just want to let you know you're getting tons of love from the chat, and you need just for the chat's sake, because we've told you, but you look absolutely stunning. You look beautiful.
I
I
got
told
makeup
him
on
Ow!
today. I've got my
Ow!
Yes, ma'am. Those beautiful green eyes are popping on camera right now. They
yes,
are gorgeous.
I told him that we tried to give you a big head, but you were just too grounded. So
All I'm saying is that
Aw.
look within, and I think Stray Cat wants to talk in a minute. Look within and go within
Mm-hmm.
to find out everything that is without. It's like as above, so below. Remember, what's within is without, and it's all inside of the human body. It's all inside of ourselves, and it starts with the heart. And anybody who dares to tell me that the mind is more important than the heart, I'm going to have a disagreement with them. I'm sorry. And I did yesterday, with my friend. It was like, remember the way that the human body is formed in the womb. The heart, after the cells divide, then comes the heart, then comes the tongue, which means the truth. Then after that comes the mind. And never forget that. If I was to teach anyone anything, it's the heart comes first in everything. So, Stray Cat, what do you want to say, love?
Oh, I wasn't saying. I'm sorry.
I thought you were going to say something. I heard you say, I just love to hear your voice.
I do too.
So do I. Like, you're
I do
so
as well.
innocent and sweet. Like,
Oh, I'm just listening. I agree.
Me,
Everything you're saying is amazing.
me too.
Yeah, completely agree. Heart is first brain.
Yep.
Hmm.
Heart before brain. I mean,
I've
there's
had
two
to
parts
learn
of the
it the
brain as
hard
well.
way.
You got to remember, and I do astrology, so the monkey brain is kind of a Gemini thing. So
Oh, what are you saying? Oh my God.
I'm a
I'm
Gemini.
sorry.
Yeah, we're both
You know it
Geminis.
is. You know what it is, but the Uranian brain, the
Yeah, I know
mind
that.
of the brain is the higher kind of. It's not no. Look, I love you, Geminis. I love you so much.
Here comes the
Li-
So
butt. Here comes
fantastic.
the
liar,
butt.
liar.
It's because you guys have this amazing kind of like you get this lightning streak because you've got the monkey mind. You get a direct message from God every time, and it's not a but or anything like that. It's you get this direct message from God. Whereas the uranium mind is kind of like James. He's an Aquarian.
what?
He's ruled by Uranus. James is
Oh my
ruled by
God.
Uranus.
James is like, what? With that hat and the cigarette hanging out of his mouth? Like, what?
So that means
Sorry.
that.
I mean, I'm classy.
That was cute, man. Love you,
But
James.
it
Do what
also
now?
means that a lot of our Aquarian, Uranian ruled friends are a little bit not what's the word? It's not distracted. They're kind of like they don't need to be here because they just don't need us because they're so
Does
fucking clever.
does uranium come from
Discontented.
Uranus?
They are that freaking clever. The amount of Aquarians that I know, and I've got I'm a cusp Aquarius myself, so I know that but this toehold in Capricorn makes me a different creature whatsoever. So my sun is like half an hour before it moves into Aquarius. So it means I've got a ton of Aquarius energy, but it still means I've got this toehold in Capricorn, which makes me, I don't like the Capricorn side of me, but I need it. I really need it because if I wasn't really a little grounded with that, I would absolutely go insane with the Capricorn. I know that I need that, and I don't actually like the traits of Capricorn. I don't like the conservativeness. I don't like the follow the rules kind of thing that a Capricorn is. But and James is Aquarius, and so many people I love are Aquarius. Anyway, I'm going to stop talking now because I really don't know where I'm going with this.
Hey, Jules, can we play a game?
Yeah.
Jules. Jules.
Yeah.
I know you hear me.
I can hear you.
Do you know anything about tarot cards? Because I don't.
Of course I do.
But I'm shuffling the deck. So,
Which deck?
you want to play a game?
Deck? What do you got?
I don't know. They're a tarot card.
Yeah, show me.
They're tarot card.
Is it Rider-Waite? You've got Rider-Waite.
Huh?
I can already tell you've got a Rider-Waite tarot deck. It's the original.
Sure.
Show me one of the cards and I'll tell you.
Okay. Well, no, what I was going to say was let's play a game. I'm almost done shuffling the deck. I'm going to pull a card for D-Mac. I'm going to pull 3 cards.
Mm-hmm.
His past, his present, and his future. I have no clue how to read them, so I'm going to entrust that you do.
Okay, so I'm going to give you a little instruction right now. I'm going to give you a little instruction. When you shuffle 3 times, and then you pull your breath in. You got to pull the breath in. Yeah, it's a beautiful, clean deck you've got there. I can tell it's new.
What are you doing,
fresh.
card tricks?
Oh, no, it's 6 years old. I just never play with it. I've been playing with it for the past couple of weeks to get the energy in there.
Okay, so it's not
yeah,
about...
I play with mine to get energy in it as well.
You've got to play with your cards to get your energy in there.
I want red in the face on that
one. James, it's about you connecting. You are going to ask the cards, I wish to connect to the essence of my higher self to divine the answer to what I want to know. And you say
I've already done that.
All right, so you shuffle 3 times. And then you take a deep breath in. Hold that breath in your diaphragm. You hold that breath really deep. While as deep as you can. Hold that breath, and then, you might do it by pulling the cards over itself with the left hand. I do it by actually just going, it stopped here, and I'm going to move my fingers over the cards until I see the card that I want. That's up to...
I just flip the first 3 after I'm done shuffling.
We all divine in a different way. You've got to learn your way to divine. But that's the way I do it, is I actually just start to move the cards with my thumb.
So I have the cards. I'm going to cut it. So the first 3 you have...
If you're going to do
past,
future,
what are we doing? What's this? The card trick.
Present and future. So that's the rest of my deck. I'm going to put them up. So D's past is that card, which is...
It's the hangman upside down.
The hangman upside down, yeah. That's his past card for D.
So he's no longer thinking about things. He's no longer thinking on the fence. He's not on the fence anymore because that is in the past. Yeah, go on.
Okay, so his present is the Knight of Swords, also upside down.
Well, are you asking me to think of what the Knight of Swords upside down?
That would be the game.
All right. The Knight of Swords, he wants the truth. So maybe he's not ready for the truth if it's upside down. It's a message of truth. But he might...
So it's the message that he's not ready for? So he's receiving a message, but he doesn't want to believe it?
Yeah. Truth.
Okay.
Truth.
And the future card is the 4 of Pentacles upright.
Oh, I don't like 4 of Pentacles. Man, that's a little... you've got a different deck there, but in the Rider-Waite, you don't have Rider-Waite, but in the Rider-Waite, that's a real holding on to. No, I don't want to go there. It's not pleasant. Four of Pentacles is not pleasant. It's like you can't like go when you're a little bit of a miser, and you can't let go of stuff. That's what the Four of Pentacles is.
Is this to relate to me?
It's meant to, but I don't know.
Oh, okay.
It's supposed to.
Honestly, I don't have anything that I won't go in the yard and set on fire.
I'll tell you.
I mean,
I'll do something.
I've owned these cards since I was 22. I'm now 32, and I've never really used them.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
Maybe you shuffled wrong. I got nothing. I'm being silly. I'm being silly.
There probably is something that you're not letting go of materialistically in your life. If you have a good think about it, what are you not letting go of materialistically in your life, D? I'll get my own cards out now and we'll do another shuffle.
That's I'm not a material person. Hey, like a few years ago, well, probably 7-8 years ago, I just come up with the notion that nothing's worth emotion. You know, I'll tell you a story real quick. I sent my wife a teddy bear when I first met her online back in 2004 for Valentine's, and it's a cute teddy bear, and she gave it a name. And about 6 months ago, I walked into the bedroom and it's sitting out, and I'm looking at it, and I'm like, oh, and I felt myself a little bit emotionally attached to a stuffed teddy bear. And then I remembered this story that we learned in school, the Velveteen Rabbit, and it was about this kid who had this stuffed rabbit, and the kid got the plague or something, and they had to burn all this shit while they went through recovery.
You learned about the Velveteen Rabbit?
Yeah. Well, the rabbit come to life, and it was just a story, and it was to brainwash kids.
No, I know what the story is. I just never learned that in school. Fuck you.
Yeah, no, we learned it in school.
You're lucky.
No,
I'm sorry.
It was a brainwash mechanism. It was to make kids have wholehearted feelings and love for inanimate objects. And I looked at it, and I was just like, well, back in the closet, like, with this fucking thing, it wasn't, I immediately lost my detachment for it through its sentimentalness, because I thought of that story, and I thought about, like, Santa Claus and the mainstream narrative with Santa Claus, and then mainstream religion, and then ghost, and just so many gypsy parlor tricks like John Edwards and what have you, the tricks that they pull, which are just passed down knowledge of and I don't mean gypsy in a negative way. It's a very skilled, like cold reading and what have you, but I don't buy into material possessions. I don't have like sentimental values. I have something that I'll hold on to for a little bit because it reminds me of something. But if my house was to burn down, there's nothing in my house that I would shed a tear over and be like, oh, well, you know, it sucks that win. It would be nice to have that, but it's gone. Who cares? You know, I'm not very materialistic whatsoever. What was that, Jules?
It's like, that's what I'm saying, is that what confused me. I can't see you holding on to anything materialistic, which the Four of Pentacles is all about holding on to materialism.
Right.
You, and that's meant to be your future, so I don't see that. So I'm going to pick a card. I would like to, I've shuffled twice now. I'm going to do it for Jeffro because I just saw Jeffro, and that gives me
No! Okay,
Yep.
go.
You're up, Jeffro. You're up. Step up to the plate.
All right, let me tune into Jeffro. Tuning into Jeffro now. What does Jeffro need to know right now?
We'll have to do Schmeenix at some point, guys. Schmeenix is I've never had one as well, but Schmeenix just mentioned he's never had a tarot card reading. So after Jeffro, can we do Schmeenix or J-Rod or somebody?
I'm just pulling one card.
I'd like to keep this up, do a few people, if that's okay.
It is really neat.
I'm interested.
What does Jeffrey need to know right now? See, I'll do the breath.
Breathe, Jeffro. Oh, she's got to breathe.
You pull the belly out. You do the breath in. Deep breath. Pull the belly out.
Oh, there went my buttons.
And you concentrate on Jeffro. I'm concentrating on Jeffro. I'm teaching you. That's how I do tip my tarot. what is Jeffrey doing right now? Sometimes I'll take a number, like the amount of times it takes my fingers to go over until I see that's it. See, I just saw it. Jeffrey needs to know right now. You're under an illusion. It's the Seven of Cups. There's something that is an illusion in your life. You can't see the wood for the trees in some aspect of your life, Jeffrey. There's something going on that's making. This is Seven of Cups in the Dragon Tarot. Dragon Tarot. I know the Seven of Cups. It means that you can't quite figure out what's real and what is not with some aspect of your life.
Ooh, your cards look pretty.
Yeah, they're the Dragon Tarot.
Yeah, they're pretty.
Tarot. Yeah. What's that one? It's a nice one.
I think that's the reason all of us are here, isn't it? Because we can't figure out what's real or not.
Shit, I'm here for the free finger sandwiches.
Oh.
No, I'm here for the
I know you dirty perv.
I'm here for the whole experience, guys.
You're right, Jules.
That's what you need to know right now is that the illusion, some kind of an illusion is over you, whether you've got to the reality of it, and you know that there's perhaps something that's in front of you that's not exactly real, and it might be pretending to be real, and you've got to get your senses about you and see what's real and what's not. Whatever it is in your life, I don't know if it's your family or if it's your girlfriend or whatever it is. There's some kind of an illusion wool is being pulled over your eyes right now.
For the record, I'm single, ladies. But
wink. Single and ready to mingle. This guy.
Yeah, I guess I've been like that my whole life, Jules. Kind of guarded, I guess, in a way.
Yeah.
Because I don't know what's, I'm kind of stuck because I don't know which direction to go. Does that make any sense?
Yeah.
Because I can't figure out what is real.
I want to tell you something now. You don't have to do anything, Jeffro. You just have to be, because your energy is enough to help that Schumann resonance that Heather was talking about before. Sometimes we think, like, what do we have to do? We have to do something. I've got something to do. Like, God, tell me what to do to help the humankind evolve. But actually, all we have to do is be. All we have to do is be. All we have to be is ourselves. And that is enough for the energy of the earth because what we're doing with what Heather said there was the human resonance is raising right now, and it's raising because of our love and because of our truth and because of our expression, and we don't need to do anything. We don't have to have that action because the right brain has had enough right now. Like, the right brain has been taken over. The left, I don't know what it is, left brain or right brain. There's a female and masculine side of our brains. So what I'm trying to say is that we need to let the feminine aspect of our mind, and it's kind of harder for a man to do that because they're like, oh, I'm not a woman, but you've got to let that half woman side of you come through, because our Mother Earth needs it right now, because we've been under this plague for the last 2,000 odd years of the patriarchy getting rid of the matriarchy, and it's been no good. It's not worked, and we need to let her come forth again. And I mean, I light a candle most days for walk together hand in hand, appreciate the side of ourselves that is both masculine and feminine, and really appreciate each other. And it's kind of a difficult thing to try and speak about, but because most men don't want to appreciate that they've got a feminine side. But it's easy for a woman like me to say I'm totally half and half, masculine and feminine. I might look like a woman, but I'm totally half masculine. And I would love for every man to be able to appreciate his feminine side, because that's going to bring Mother Earth higher and higher and higher right now, because that's what she needs. He knows that
It's like
he doesn't really need us at all, to be honest, but you know what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying, Jules. I do. I really do.
Yeah.
I just, and I do ask myself that question every day as far as God, what do you want me to do? Honestly, I ask myself that every day.
And what does he say? What does it say?
He wants me to help people. He wants me to help people.
How do you think you're going to help people?
I think by sharing my story of addiction and overcoming it.
We've all been there, darling. We've all been there. I mean, I have, you have, I think everyone here nearly has.
Looney's addicted to PUBG Mobile.
Thanks, buddy.
But
true.
See, like, I'm over here on my end. I'm over here on my end. Like, look at this incredible connection, this spiritual connection. Look at the love that's going around.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then you chime in.
But all of my friends want me to do that. It's helpful.
Straight into a wall, brother. Straight into a wall. Y'all get too deep. I'm gonna head this shit show straight into a wall. I won't be happy until it's ran dead into the ground. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Sorry, Jeffro.
It's all right. It's all right. That's all I had to say.
Jumped in there with a hammer on that one.
It's all good.
That was awesome, Jeffro.
Jeffro, you're a beautiful individual, and the things that you've overcome and the spirituality that you found and the fact that you're a Christian and are still open-minded enough to accept people with completely out there things and research yourself with an open mind and still look for truth despite, you know, your spiritual beliefs is amazing. And it's encouraging. And it's inspiring, man. And I've noted that to you before, but I love you, brother. I absolutely love you, man. I think you're an awesome individual.
Yeah.
And I'm glad you went through that shit, because look who you are now with your experience and your knowledge.
I'm so happy.
Your awareness.
I really am happy. I'm happy that I went through all of the awful things. I really am. It made me stronger.
Yeah.
I'm so happy for y'all. I really am. Y'all are my escape. Most days, you know.
Well, hey, can I just say this though? Like, we've come together for a reason, and you can say soul, you can say spirit, you could say the energy within, whatever that is that's inside of us. We're all aware enough that we're drawing all of us together. Like, there's like a pull between all of us. It's so like the fact that like all of us just want to hang out. We're all across like the world, and like there's a pull for all of us just to want to come together and talk and share and be a group. That is something amazing.
It's
amazing.
It's just rare to see a group as different as ours. You know what I'm saying? Just so many different personalities in our little unifam, as we call it. You know what I mean? It's
we have some high vibe tribers here too.
Though, from love, like number one, from like the love of each other. There's like one main thing, like a love of each other, and the second, like, is a quest of knowledge. Like, we're all knowledge seekers in our own aspect and like our own right. And the reason like all of us fit together is because we're so different that like each of us have a small piece to that puzzle, and we're just trying to connect and
Sarah now.
It's like a parallel between like life in the reality and life after the fact. Like I'm gonna go there. Like we're trying to come together and become whole again. And you have one piece of every different aspect of the puzzle. So like we're just trying to come together and become one. And that's an amazing community.
Yeah, I think empathy brings us together as well. I think all of us know how to care about other people, and I think that that's becoming more and more rare these days. Uh, I think that society these days and their disregard for other humans is disgusting, and I think that you don't find that in our community. You know, we're welcoming. When I first came into the live chats on Uni stream, J Rod, Jules, and Looney, I think y'all were three of the first people that I met, and y'all were so welcoming. And I just really appreciate it.
Me too. I appreciate it too. Like D-Mac and Jules, like they actually, I'm gonna say they forced me because they kind of did. They peer pressured the fuck out of me until I finally went into voice.
You have no choice.
So
we love you and you're our friend. You better do it.
I mean,
I'm so glad. I'm so glad that like they peer pressured me into it just because.
Yeah,
I
now
love
smoke
that.
this.
Like, I love them. Like I literally love them. Like and like I never would have experienced any of this if they hadn't have pushed me. So I'm so thankful and so grateful that
I'm thankful
I had these two individuals in my corner that pushed me to come out of my shell and like be a part of the community. So like
Looney, I was like onto Looney on the direct chat with him. I was like, come on, I'm in voice. Come on, talk to me with a voice. I like the human voice. I like to hear the human.
Just like we did Stray.
Yeah, and I'm
just like
I'm so thankful for that. I'm so thankful that like you made me do that.
You were not thankful at first. You said, no, I will not go there. I can't go there. And I said, oh,
yeah. Well, like my thing is like I have a speech impediment.
Yeah, you did.
And it's hard to tell now because I'm comfortable talking with you guys.
Comes across like you're just thinking about what you're saying, brother.
Something like
that's what I thought. I didn't know you had a speech impediment.
I don't think
no, I actually have like a really bad. I actually have like a really bad stutter. Like if you don't know me and I'm trying to talk to you, it's a really bad stutter. If I know you and I'm comfortable with you, it's hardly noticeable. So like, thank you. I am so thankful and so grateful.
Well, thank you.
Like I'm being like true and honest. Like thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Looney, we love you, man. We love you to bits, to absolute bits. You're part of my family.
Yeah, Looney.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm speaking with the panel here. Stray, you're new to the panel, but you'll find out soon enough. We are a family, and we speak with each other.
No, we actually are, and like that's the point I want to make. Like,
and it's all.
There's a reason all of us are being brought together. Like, there's a reason that like all of us came together.
You make me feel good, dude. Shame on you.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh.
I'm looking at Jared. I'm thinking, when's Jared going to talk to us?
Yeah,
Jared's moving on too.
He's got the voice. Wait, that don't rhyme with mostest. You know what I'm getting. I'm sorry. I'm still stepping on his toes. Please, Jared.
Did you almost say the voice?
Jared's my dirty birdie. Where'd he go?
The voicest with the moistest. The voicest that makes him the moistest.
No, Jared's got that voice that like I can't even impersonate.
We won't even let him talk.
Looney and JoJo were the two that drug me into disco.
What's going on, Jared?
So we got Looney and Ben JoJo to thank because I wasn't even going to come in disco. I was just happy just typing in the chat. And you guys pressured me. He said, "Come on over."
Come on over. Red Rover, send J-Rod right over.
Right?
I know the first time that I talked in voice, I guess everybody saw my name pop up that I was there, and I think D said, hold on a minute, I want to hear Jeffro say something."
Yeah,
and when I said something,
it was magical.
When I said something, the whole chat went, "Oh!"
No, it was
2 words,
magical
Jeffro.
for me.
2 words.
I was like, shit, I went to high school with this guy. I know this dude.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, the first time me and you talked in just the chat in Uni's stream, me and you became best friends like right then.
Didn't take long.
We started talking about
whatsoever.
being from Georgia and South Carolina, and I played sports against.
Against schools that I played sports against and stuff. And that my schools played against. And places that we have been. You know, we know we've traveled the same terrain at some point.
Yeah, and the first time D heard my voice, he said, "You making me homesick, man."
Yeah, no shit, brother. You make me homesick when I talk to you in a good way. Really, it just gives me an essence of what I don't have here. And, you know, you give me spiritual fulfillment, man.
All good. You are my brother.
You are my brother too, man. You're my brother too. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So Shay,
Jules and Kat, y'all are my sisters.
Zamas 1, this is your other son. So
hey, mama. Hey, mama.
Awesome.
Anyway. J-Rod, your turn.
J-Rod.
We got
Sorry,
some
man.
High Vibe Tribe in the house too.
High Vibe Tribe.
Yeah.
High Vibe Tribe.
Stray, did you do that? Or was that Vicky?
Who's this? I'm sorry?
Who did the High Vibe Tribe? Who came up with that?
That would be Susanna.
Oh.
Long hair. Or Long Storm now, I think it is.
Is that Long Hair Hello? That used to be her? Is that someone different?
Mm-hmm. Yes, that's her.
Okay.
Yeah. She was here when I got here.
I did Unifam. That was me. I did that. You're welcome.
I
just
got
multiple high fives.
And eventually it caught on.
Damn straight. J-Rod. That's one of her tags.
Thinking for a while now. I kind of wanted to kind of merge a little bit. There's a lot of people from the High Vibe Tribe and from Unifam that would really blend really well. And it's kind of slowly manifesting and happening.
There you go. Manifest your reality, brother.
I still remember the day when Uni first came onto Taryn's stream. The very first stream. And okay, well, maybe I shouldn't bring this up. The stream had to tragically end in a very hilarious, horrible way. We had to all filter through Afterglow and like go through, make sure everybody was cool that was coming in, vet all the people. And that was our first experience with Uni. Was that it was I mean, I'd seen him before that, obviously, but that was quite a trip. That was pretty awesome. We had about 60 people, at least in general. We were doing like a tech down of people trying to figure out, making sure who's the person that made us have to stop the stream.
Awesome.
Make sure they're not here.
Run it in the ditch.
Yeah.
Just glad nothing caught on fire.
Yeah.
I didn't know where that was headed. It was like we all had to evacuate.
Anybody who doesn't know what I'm speaking of, just go back and look at Uni's very first appearance on the Dr. Taryn Lubo panel show.
I'll give that a view.
I'm gonna have to go back and check that out.
It was epic.
Just throw this in there real quick. Jeffro, my mom said, "Hi, my new son."
Hey, mama. Hey, Zomas.
Welcome to the family.
Yeah, thank you so much. Can you cook?
He's a big eater, mom. He's a big eater.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they've always been family.
Mom can cook.
Okay, cool.
Where you from, Stray? Are you from the East or West Coast or Middle America or? Canada?
I was born in New Mexico, mostly raised in the Midwest, Kansas City, and back in New Mexico.
Missouri. Kansas City's both in Kansas and Missouri, isn't it? Missouri. Is it Missouri or Missouri?
I lived in one and worked in both. Depends. If you're raised there, it's Missouri. If you're not, it's Missouri. If you're like, I don't know, one of those people, then you're going to say Missouri.
I'm going back to my southern roots. I'm going to throw it out there as Missouri. It's Missouri all day for me. I like that.
That's how my dad says it.
Oh, J-Rod with some Missouri roots.
Just a little bit.
Midwesterns. Love it.
So, I actually had something I wanted to throw out earlier. Something that I just got turned on to by somebody.
Oh, it was probably that Peaches video. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Nah.
Anybody heard of sonoluminescence? Or sonoluminescence?
No.
So it's
not
kind of
familiar.
like a next step from cynetics.
I remember you speaking on that the other day. Yeah. Absolutely.
And kind of really trippy, the thought that had popped in my head from just watching like 2 or 3 videos on that. Sonoluminescence is passing sound waves through water or through a medium. And when they do it through distilled water, you get a bubble, but it's not an explosion bubble, it's an implosion bubble. And the pressure from that creates a spark of light. And you can keep that sound wave passing through there.
Oh shit. Sorry, guys. Sorry, Jared, go ahead.
Yeah, that light will keep going like 1,000 times a second. And when you film it and photograph it and zoom in on it, it looks exactly like when you zoom in on a star. So they named it Star in a Jar. It kind of has that like amoeba in water kind of thing going on.
Oh. Well, DMAC, that's also around DMAC. J-Rod, that's also how DNA is created. If you take electricity and that hits water, that creates DNA. The same thing with sound and
Well, that's
and water will also create DNA.
That's going back to creation. Was what had popped in my head was from the Bible. Actually, the word was supposed to have, God spoke things into creation.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
The word is sonic vibration, vibrational frequency.
Mm-hmm.
That was just one of those little things that.
Well, that goes back to the Buddhists and the Om, like the Om sound.
My mom has a tattoo on her arm right here of the Indian. It's like an Indian symbol, but when I would ask her she's in the chat so she could verify it, and I would ask her, what does that mean? And she said, it's the sound. It's the silence of the earth. It's the sound that the earth makes. Om. So she has a tattoo of Om in a visual representation of it.
A girl I used to be
cool.
with had the same tattoo. Had an Om tattoo.
Oh yeah.
I'm not saying
nose
anything.
Ring? Does she have a nose ring like my mom? No, I'm just kidding. Mom don't have one, but
she did.
Nothing wrong
I have
with
one.
That,
just
I'm so tempted. Like, I don't know. I like nose rings. I think they're pretty badass.
DMAC.
I do too.
I'm tempted to get one myself.
Look at that. Look, you see that?
What? Would you look at it?
Just look at it. Just look at it.
I'll make you. I had it printed on J-Rod while he was talking. I just got him. Oh, okay. You got one.
Yeah.
Oh, far out. That's trippy, man.
I've had it since I was 13.
Looney's
20 years now.
I bet you got 10 different kinky uses for it too. I love you, Looney. You know I'm starting you.
I love you.
I got a mouthful of nerds. I'm pulling everybody's picture up big as they talk.
Is that your cat, James? Going meow?
It's mine. I'm sorry.
No, it's not mine.
No, don't apologize.
Yeah.
Right.
Is it taking?
No, we're all cat people. Like, all four of us have cats.
Yeah, no shit. I'll let my
I have
cats in
3.
here in a minute.
Where's my cat?
I'm gonna
He
turn them
also
out
has
for John.
birds. They're annoying as shit. Like, I want to like get like a pellet gun and just like beep 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 beep. I didn't say that. I didn't say that. I would never say that on camera ever. Ever.
Shit, that was out loud. Oh man.
Never.
Oh God, Looney.
I value all life. I value it all.
Man. We know you're stirring.
Just those damn birds.
I know, right? They're in the other room now, though, so why have to sweat them in here? Thank goodness. I'll let my cats in a little bit, and they'll be annoying too. Annoying y'all. I'll be loving on them.
I mean, it's fun if it's like a parakeet and like it repeats dirty things, but just.
Bark, get fuck, bark.
With the
In here. What?
When did parakeets get to talk? When did that happen?
Yeah, I don't.
In the tropical islands, they actually use speech. It's not actually human. Damn, I'm a nerd. So birds don't actually talk. They mimic sounds around them as a defense mechanism. So, like, if it's human talk or like animal talk, they'll do it as a defense mechanism. So once we captivated them, they started talking like us, but it was actually like a bird mimicking a lion so that like some other thing wouldn't kill them.
Very interesting.
I need to go to bed. I'm a nerd.
I'm eating nerds. I'm not smart enough to be a nerd. Consider yourself lucky.
All birds.
Sorry,
Is
Jared.
it only certain birds? Or...
No, this is just like random knowledge that just pops in my head from shit. And yet I can barely add, so figure that one out.
Adding don't mean anything. That just means you're not fucking prepared to be a compartmentalized scientist to work on some bullshit ass mainstream narrative like
You're
NASA
just not cognitively smart.
No, that's not true.
No, I'm poking fun. I'm poking fun.
Oh, okay.
No, it's like, what's the other mammal that has sex for orgasms?
Turtles.
The dolphin.
I've seen that video.
The dolphin.
Yeah, I've seen that video too, and I've seen that monkey video. Monkey rapes a frog. I'm pretty sure I had an orgasm when it used that frog for a fleshlight.
That's so sad. But did you guys know that actually dolphins they gang up in their pods and actually murder sharks?
Well, they'll rape people too.
Like,
have you ever heard of a dolphin rape? I'm not even kidding. Dolphins will flat out rape somebody. Dolphins are rapists. They're like the rapists of the sea.
Do that, but I'm just saying the fact that like pod of dolphins are cognitively aware enough to actually come together as a pod and murder sharks. They're doing that. Like, that's happening. Like,
there was a video, and it's online, Looney. I'm so sorry.
They're very smart creatures.
Well, whales, killer whales. There was I don't know about a pod or anything, but there was a seal on a broken off piece of ice. I guess, wherever it's fucking frozen. And there was a seal on it. And these whales couldn't get the seal off of it to eat it. So these whales coordinated, like 3 of them, and swam out and then swam under it and caused waves and swam back out and caused another wave until it broke the ice apart enough to where the seal was able to be pulled off of it. And it blew my mind. I was like, these things are actually a gang. They're like the Crips of the sea.
Yeah, they're very clever. They're very clever. That's why
sonar communication.
When you talk about dolphins raping, I don't think dolphins are rapists. I think
they're rapists, Jules. And if a dolphin tried to rape me, they got a blowhole, I'd flip the script. I'd hop on top of it and I'd go to town.
I'm gonna interrupt and go back to 3 different topics. I'm going to interrupt and go back to 3 different topics. So we're talking about dolphins. Last stream we talked about the AI.
You're scarring me forever.
Hold on. I'm going to come together. I'm going to interject. So this stream dolphins, last stream the AI, and then at the beginning of the stream, the chemtrails, what it could be, what it can't be. Someone said it could be nanite. So, just gonna stick this thought out there. I should not do it because once you put it out there, it's out there. Imagine those nanites getting into the dolphins and dolphins becoming self-aware more than what they are now. Like, having those nanites, those super-powered android machines in their minds,
Oh man, no.
and then give them like 100,000 years of like evolution. Dude, we're all dead.
If they ever learn to walk, then people would be fucked.
Well, it would be that way for all.
Literally.
Everything.
Literally. Yeah.
Scary.
Oh my God. Can you imagine Planet of the Apes, except they didn't come through causing carnage and destroying and murdering. They just raped. Just like mass rape.
Oh.
Yeah, like Sharknado, but with rapist dolphin. Oh God.
Oh my
There's an
goodness.
element for you. Yeah.
I mean, if you think back on human...
You manifest that shit, I'm like pissed off.
What was
If
that,
you think on human history, though, like, Genghis Khan, how many people are related to Genghis Khan? I think we were the first rapists.
Right. Yeah, he spread his seed, didn't he? He raped and pillaged.
Dude,
I'm trying
1 in 10 people are related to that man. 1 in 10.
J-Rod is a descendant of pillagers. He's a Viking.
You keep I'm not really a Viking, dude. I'm just a hairy German.
German Irish. German Irish.
I think you need a blood test because you could wield an axe in a yeah. I think you'd dominate.
Oh.
I
do have a bitching sword though.
Yeah, hell yeah. See, that's instinctual, man. That's.
You guys remember? Do you guys remember? Not Toonami, the night version of the Adult Swim. Do you guys remember Adult Swim?
Yeah.
Yeah.
On
yeah, of
Cartoon
course.
Network?
Of course.
That cartoon that had the biker guys.
The biker guys.
There was a cartoon that had the biker guys.
Bikers.
That's what I see when I see J-Rod. It's like those biker guys.
Metalocalypse?
Metalocalypse?
Yes!
Oh,
Yes!
okay.
Yes!
Well, that's awesome, man. That was probably my favorite bloody cartoon Adult Swim bloody show.
Awesome.
Love
That's J-Rod. I'm like, oh.
But I'm like Squizgar.
Squizgar. What's one of the two Swedish ones?
It's Squizgar.
Squigelf.
Yeah.
Squizgar. Squigelf. Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
They can do the Swiss pickings, yeah. But no, you go home and take some showers and wash the shame off, dude, because you suck, yeah.
That's pretty damn good, man. I'm like, yeah, I don't know. I'm not like a cartoon. I'm a real cartoon.
Oh, you're such a cartoon.
I'm like a Chong knockoff. But I wear the bandana I wear it every day. It's not like I'm just doing it for the stream or anything. Like this, I'm pretty much myself. I'm gonna wife beater for fuck's sakes. You know what I mean? Like I don't functionality. Yeah, practicality. If it gets chilly in here, I'll be putting my jumper back on. But I mean,
what's a jumper?
Getting verklempt.
A jumper.
A jumper
we call it a
is
sweatshirt.
yeah, it's a sweatshirt. It's like a hoodie with no zipper, but I got a zipper on mine, so I got a I don't know what you call it. The zipper.
See, do you have to think back.
Zippy.
You used to live here. When you say jumper, we're thinking like full body suit, like a jumper, like what the girls used to wear. The jumper suit.
Yeah, like the Adidas tracksuit or something.
Sure.
Well, when I think jumper in America, I think like the old starter coats, like the big poofy starter coats that you throw on.
No, that's not a jumper.
Yeah.
That's not a jumper. That's not a jumper.
People did not get jumped for jumpers.
Yeah, they got jumped for their Jordans. True.
Not me.
It's true.
Yeah, Jeffro's got like a gold mine.
I got
Aw.
lots.
Yeah, man. Oh, dude, I saw a video. It was on YouTube a couple weeks ago. It was a ghetto fight in Baltimore, and it started out between one dude was stealing shit from another dude's crib, and so like 7 people was chasing him down the street, and then one of them realized that the dude that was stealing shit that they were chasing down the street had one of them's Gucci belt on that he had stole earlier, and he was pissed off. Gucci belt this is the projects in Baltimore, and one of them's pissed off because one of them stole a Gucci belt, and I'm like, where the fuck? What, you been to Rodeo Drive hanging with the Kardashians or something? You sporting a Gucci belt in Baltimore? What the fuck? Practicality is that?
Priorities.
What was my topic last week?
Yeah, no, it goes right back to your topic with the harvest boxes,
exactly. Thank you.
and all that shit. Yeah, absolutely priorities. I'm sure he bought that. He got some fucking food stamps for crack. Traded some crack for some food stamps. Went to the grocery store, got him some shrimp and lobster, and sold that to his mama's church buddy. For a little bit of profit. Went out and got him a Gucci belt. That doesn't even make fucking sense, man. Then he took the Gucci belt, this precious $400, $500 Gucci belt, and he started beating the dude with it. Just like, what the fuck? He putting dents in that shit.
That's one expensive ass whooping.
That's one expensive ass whooping.
Hey, D.
My higher self is saying not to laugh, but my lower self is saying fuck it.
We've got a friend called Danielle 1977 that wants to join, and she just sent me her email address so I can send it to you.
Yeah.
Certainly.
Yeah.
Personal message there. And I want you to send that out to her email. I don't know
Just
how you
give
do
me.
it.
I'll just pull up the Gmail and I'll pull up my Discord on my phone and I'll get it sorted.
Can you see the message? Yeah.
Yeah, I'll get it. Just my computer's real slow because I got the stream up, so I can see the chat as well as I got my Google Hangout, so it runs a bit slow. But yeah, I'm on it, and I'll pull my phone up.
While he's doing that, I'm just gonna throw this out there. So this is one channel I talk about sometimes. Dark Journalist is doing an actual amazing job in trying to report what happened during Nixon's presidency, which for the general American, I can't speak of other nationalists. I just know what I learned in my country. His term wasn't the greatest. It was kind of shameful. But so Dark Journalist is he's doing a lot of videos. He's done 12 in the past month or two on Nixon and his hidden time capsule, on the release of the secret space program / alien aspect of what was happening during his term. So if you want to check out that channel, check it out. It's Dark Journalist. He has a source that actually worked with Nixon. And I would say invest a couple hours and watch the videos and decide for yourself. I watched them all. I'm a follower of the channel, and it's very good information. And if you know it, I'm gonna start over. If you know enough and you watch this, it'll make sense. On the secret space program, on a lot of the information, it'll tie in.
Okay.
And if you don't know anything, watch it, and then maybe that's your key tie-in for future knowledge. But it ties together not just Dark Journalist. It ties in Jim Mars. It ties in Linda Moulton Howe. It ties in so many other researchers and their own whistleblowers. Like, their storylines come together in this one journalistic thing, and it's many videos, so just watch it. That's my plug. I mean, it's not my plug, it's not my channel. I have nothing to do with it. It's a good source of knowledge, so look into it.
I love Linda Moulton Howe. I love her.
Jules, that invite should have been sent to your mate. Hey.
All right, I'll just check with her then.
Sure. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, guys. I was distracted. I'm back. Welcome back, me. You see, if there was nobody on the panel, that's pretty much how the show would go. Just me sitting there talking to myself like a dickhead.
Steve, me and you got to get some white yoga pants and head to the grocery store.
Yeah, absolutely. Some thin ones, absolutely. Like 2 sizes too small, so that when they stretch, like they get more transparent.
You can actually hear the threads going. Guys.
Yeah.
Busting seams.
Yeah. See the top part of my pubes real clear, and just wonder why there's nothing below it.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh no!
I trim my beard. I'm not kidding. Like, I keep it
I
nice
know. I'm about to say, man.
I'm clean shaven. Believe me. It's just a habit. I'm not kidding. Hey.
Oh no!
I know that's inappropriate, but I mean it's a fact. Like, this ain't like having crabs or getting my dick caught in a flashlight. Like, I'm not telling jokes here.
Just facts. Just facts.
Well, I say that stuff in the chat, and I'm pretty sure that everybody assumes that that's, something that happened to D-Mac. It didn't. Like, but whatever. I'm not very.
It wasn't a flashlight. It was the vacuum at the car wash.
Oh my God, J-Rod, you got to tell him, brother. J-Rod, he went out about 6 a.m. and it was this dickhead stuck in the fucking car wash vacuum cleaner in his hometown.
No, literally, it's even better than that, because ex number 1 at the time had went across state to hang out with her brother and stuff. So their whole family was over on the other side of the state, and I was home by myself doing homework, trying to be like doing adulty things. So they saw that on the news because 6 o'clock in the morning, everyone's going to work, and this guy's like 50 feet off the road with his dick stuck in a vacuum cleaner. So
it's funny when you just put it. The truth is so fucking funny, man. Like when you just. Anyway, sorry. Go ahead.
Naturally, I get a phone call. They're like, "Were you at the car wash this morning?" I'm like, "I was not at the goddamn car wash this morning." Thanks for your vote of confidence, guys.
Yeah, no shit. That's somebody running through their mind who is capable of that. It's just like, I better check on Jay.
Let me just ask him.
Oh my God,
let's just double check and make sure.
Where were you between the hours?
Mama was out of town. The baby was out of town for a couple days. You never know. He might have got desperate.
Like I've been up for 3 days writing code. I'm like trying to get a grade, and like, no, I was not at the car wash.
Oh my God. Oh,
I just feel sorry for those poor bastards driving to work.
I don't. I think that they had a pleasurable trip. I feel sorry for the son of a bitch that had to go to ICU with suckburn on his dick. What happened? A lot of people
never forgot that day.
How do you even explain that? Why is it purple?
Going, y'all remember that?
Yeah. Why does the head of it look like a ball joint for a fucking trailer hitch? And it's purple. Like, what happened to you? I didn't get my dick caught in the vacuum cleaner, if that's what you're thinking.
It's in the hospital blooper reel.
Oh,
you guys got a quarter for 2 dimes and a nickel? That was a thinker joke there.
I had to think about it for a second.
The vacuums only take quarters. See?
Yeah, they do. But they got the dollar machines at most of them now.
Yeah,
but 2 dimes and a nickel, that don't do you no good. The dollar machine, so. Yeah, what's sad is at some point the vacuum cleaner stopped. He would have got like 4 minutes of pleasure, and then he's just got his dick caught in it, standing there looking like an idiot. Like if it was humming, like you'd be like, "Wow, this guy's fucking a bit off," but at least he's getting something out of it. But after that, the hours of humiliation standing there would have, you could pull your pants up, I guess, and keep it inside the zipper, but everybody can see that. Either you got a vacuum cleaner hose dick or you got your dick stuck in it.
Have y'all ever seen Bad Grandpa?
Attached to the
That's a big part of it right there.
He might have just been having sex with the car wash itself. With his elephant nose dick.
There's this hose coming
at
in
the car wash.
She's been attached.
Stick your dick in a vacuum. Anyway, oh my God. Yeah, that's horrible.
Just not noticed that.
I was thinking about the news crew that showed up too.
Oh my God, are you serious? Oh my God, that would have been funny.
A lot of people will never forget that day.
It's not what it looks like.
Well,
it's not what it looks like.
Next time I get my dick caught in the vacuum,
what do you mean?
In the car wash, the first thought that's going to cross my mind is, "Damn, news at 11." Like all these people,
morning wake up.
Yeah, all these people riding by taking video. Like I'm sure I'll make YouTube, but hell, I'm gonna make the mainstream off of this. Jesus. I'm gonna look that up as soon as the stream's over. Dick caught in a car wash. See if there is any YouTube videos on that.
Dick caught in a car wash.
There's probably at least 20.
Yeah, there's at least 20. There's probably a 30-minute compilation.
Right. For every year.
I'm doing it now.
He's doing it now. Oh, that's hilarious. Oh, I thought you meant to stick in the vacuum cleaner.
I did too.
I'll make my own compilation. It's a Unifam project. We'll all contribute here. Oh, can't be no worse than that lady with the channel talking about having sex with her dog.
What? Poor dog.
Yeah, no, there's a bestiality channel, and it's some bird that talks about ways that I've only seen a video about the video. Somebody, commenting on it, made a video about it. But yeah, there's a channel on YouTube of somebody that is very open and documents the lovemaking with their dog, and it be what it be. Each to their own. Poor dog. I guess not poor dog. Like unless you use it as toys. But if it was a dude, that'd be a poor dog.
Did anybody actually see Call for an Uprising's video today this week? It absolutely shocked me. Call for an Uprising put a video out, and it was about so it was in the name of art. Yeah, so we can do anything in the name of art.
Oh my God! Here it is.
So this guy pulled up two people from the audience, and this is disgusting. If you want to tune out now, people with a weak stomach, do so.
Yeah, all those that can handle dick caught in a flashlight and vacuum cleaner stuff, but can't handle anything different.
I'm going to tell you what he did. He pulled two people up from the audience. He actually cut a section of flesh off their back. He fried it in a pan and he made them eat it. And
what?
Oh yeah.
Art.
Oh yeah.
Art. This is satanic.
And the people went along with it.
Yep. And there was people in the freaking audience. I mean, what would you do if you're in the audience of that kind of place? You would stand up and you'd say, "This is not right. This is not right. Why am I fucking?"
I don't know. That's fucked.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm getting a bit emotional. Because this is not right. It's satanic. It's disgusting, and this is
pretty fucked up.
But it's going okay because it's under the term of art.
It's under the guise of
Because
art. No, understood.
anything that
That's
is
fuck.
artistic can get along in this world, and even that they let through all this shit, and they'll actually put it on YouTube. They'll allow it to go through YouTube. All this shit that is absolutely satanic and demonic, where they won't let us truthers come through with the truth. That's what I'm saying. Is we've got to realize what's actually happening under our noses. That's sick, man.
Most people can't see past their nose.
So his name is Call for an Uprising. He's got a channel. He's got
Yeah,
quite
no, I'm
enough
sub. I'm sub.
He's
Yeah,
got
me too.
lot of subscribers, but I've only actually started watching him in the last weeks or so, and he's really one of these passionate guys that just goes, "Can't you all see what's under your nose?" He's a little bit like a young Alex Jones, I imagine. Can't you all see what they're just shoving in front of our face? How could they be doing this? And can't anybody see how wrong this is? Like, how could something called art be taking someone's flesh and frying it up and making them eat it in some kind of a hypnotic kind of ceremony in front of an audience? It's like sick as F.
That is super sick.
Ritual.
Yeah, it sounds very ritualistic.
That's what's actually happening in mainstream media, entertainment, art. It's called art, so that means it's okay.
Well, don't they have to have like witnesses and stuff? So.
Can I get a witness?
Yep. Get an amen.
Can I get an amen?
There's a whole audience of witnesses.
That's
so
a mighty fine people.
I don't understand how an audience can sit still through this stuff. How does an audience sit still through this stuff and say, I can condone this? Just because all of the other sheep that are sitting beside them,
they probably clap.
Well.
Yeah, no shit.
Well, they're like desensitized to it.
Yeah.
Now,
They're like, oh,
yeah.
I've been watching.
Innovative.
Yeah,
that's innovative.
That's odd.
I've never seen that. You never seen that lady because it's messed up. You know?
Yeah.
Oh my
God.
God.
Eat yourself.
Oh my God. You weren't shitting. You weren't shitting, J-Rod. Oh my God.
Told you.
No shit. Damn. I wish we could play it, but.
Yeah, check the in the description. It says from Saginaw, Michigan.
I've got to fucking watch that.
And you can see you can see the picture, and you can see me, and it's not me.
Yep, that's certainly not you.
Oh my God.
That's not you.
You
no.
D, you got to figure out how to play videos during the live.
I know, man. I know. I don't want to rip off anybody's video, but if we showed a bit of that, god damn, that would be
that's when we got to
classic.
switch over to Twitch.
It'd be like Mystery Science Theater with YouTube videos.
And we could just sit there cutting jokes at people with their dicks caught and stuff.
And laughing at them.
Yeah.
Clotheslining themselves as they run away.
Oh my God. We were hanging out in a trailer getting high one time and somebody yelled cops, and I had like 8 friends with me, and we all busted out the back of this trailer, and it was pitch black outside. Me and my friend Josh hid in this bush, and we heard footsteps, and we saw a cherry of a cigarette just kind of bouncing through the darkness, and then it went like that, it flipped, and our friend Jason had caught his neck on a clothesline and did it and completely flipped with a cigarette in his mouth. And we saw the cigarette, and he had a mark right. He had almost cut his neck open. It was horrible.
God.
But God damn it, it was so funny.
I did a similar thing.
Yeah, if you gone, oh my God.
Running.
What happened to you, Stray?
Didn't see the volleyball net string in the dark. I was just
spiderweb. Oh, you poor thing.
It was the worst rope burn, and trying to explain it.
It would have been an adorable explanation, though.
Oh yeah, I was like an adult running.
Yeah,
like
but coming from you though, it still would have been adorable. I didn't see
in the dark.
Oh my God, that's hilarious.
We were going
back to the Frolicking. Just like Pepe Le Pew, just kind of frolicking along.
I know.
Ah!
Slap. Yeah.
From frolicking to almost death.
Tra-la-la-la, hey.
La.
Oh my god, it's like getting grabbed up by the monster under the bed. Oh, far out. That's funny. Going back to the bestiality stuff, like I saw a dude. I think I've told a couple of you guys this, but I was at a party when I was 16, and I guess it was my hometown at the time in South Carolina, and I was chilling with my buddy, and his older brother had a party, and some of his friends had come by, and somebody that was leaving come back in there. It was just at a trailer, a real small trailer, and somebody come running back in saying, "Hey, you guys need to see this." And we're way out in the woods, away from anybody, and there was a big field next to the property, and it had power poles in it. And the power poles, a couple of them had lights on them, like street lights, and we came outside, and there was this farmer or this neighbor had come wandering up drunk about 20 minutes before this guy called us. I know I'm kind of fucking stumbling through the story. Anyway, the neighbor got run off and told to go back home. Well, somebody had left the party, and I don't know if I should be saying this, but whatever. It was like, "Hey, you got to come check this." And standing directly under the spotlight, one of the street lights, in the light, like in perfect light, this farmer guy had his coveralls pulled down to his ankles, and he was butt fucking a cow.
Oh,
And
God.
the whole party had motivated out and was standing on the edge of the street light. Right, we was all on the edge of where the spotlight of the glow was, and we were just absolutely cackling it up, laughing, and just fucking. It was so funny. And we was out there about 5 minutes when the cow shit all over him. And the dude just looked down with the shit all over him, pulled up his pants with the shit in it, and started fastening up his coveralls as he walked off on the other side into the blackness. And I never seen the guy again. Hey. But so I have seen somebody have sex with an animal before. And I didn't have to go to Mexico and pay hookers.
Tijuana.
Yeah, Tijuana donkey show. My dad's got some stories about that. But yeah, that was a good relation. That was a good bonding experience. He's telling me about his Tijuana donkey show, and I'm just like, well, I got a similar thing. It's more of a
It's a good bonding experience.
South Cackalack cow show, but it's the southern version. But okay, running this shit straight into the ground. Like I said, I told you, I'm not satisfied until that happens. But it is what it is. It's something that I can't erase from my mind, and I'm happy sharing to put that horror in you guys' mind.
Thank you for the nightmare fuel.
Well, thank you for letting me share that moment, so I don't have to live with it myself. I don't associate with anybody else who witnessed it anymore.
Let me try to make it a little funnier.
Okay.
Similar kind of situation, sort of. Not really. But okay. My family's Southern. My grandpa, my Uncle Dubs, all of them cowboys, ranchers, people.
Right.
Anyway, they're sitting on the fence one day, and to hear them tell the story is the funniest thing. But I'm gonna try. They're sitting on the fence one day, and they're watching this bull that's like going around in the pasture, and there's this goose going around in the pasture, and they're just talking, and I guess the goose got like a little curious about what was going on back door with the bull.
Right.
Well, stuck his little beak near that area. Well, the bull went whoop.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Duck's head went whoop.
Right up the. Oh my God.
That's why they call it. That's why they call it getting goosed.
And that's where the story comes from.
And that's the origins of that story.
Yeah, I always wondered that.
Oh my God! See, this is how you find truth. This is how you disseminate truth.
We are
people together with a bit here and a bit there, and you put the facts
digging
together,
deep.
and then you get the whole
we
story.
Are digging deep.
We're digging
Literally.
deep. So was that goose.
And I mean, we're digging deep.
Oh
And
my
I mean
God.
literally.
And literally.
And when she says go deeper, but you're all out of conspiracy theories.
Oh my God. That's, yeah. Poor
Goose
Goose.
had a ride of his life.
He got
And
good.
when it came out, it had a farmer's watch on its beak.
No, oh my god.
Oh no.
Oh God, I'm sorry. Yeah, straight into the ground. Sorry.
Oh, it's a big day.
That was hilarious. Oh my
It's a
God.
big day.
That's why they.
It's a
That's
big
why they
day.
call it getting goose.
Oh my god.
Lot
You know what?
happened on the farm.
That's
I'm
the
now-
children's book, Little Goose's Big Day Out.
Oh my God. See, now we are YouTube official. That channel about dog fucking has nothing on us. So this should be used. Call for an uprising. Where are you?
Sorry about that.
Oh my God.
All I know is we need Uni's demonetized stamp.
Yeah. The Stray is so good that
Demonetized.
it's so good that you didn't use your real video. Oh my God. Yeah, oh, we're demonetized. I demonetized this from the start, guys. Like, we're not in it for money. For sure. Like, there ain't even it ain't about the money. It's just about us chilling. For anybody thinking that we're going somewhere with this shit show. I feel bad. We've had a couple people on that were probably like, oh yeah, stream, we can make some points and get some, and then they get on and it's just like, God damn, what the fuck am I associating myself with? I can think of a couple people that'll probably never come back, but you know, we're fam. Oh my God.
You guys
Yeah.
are awesome.
I'm gonna have to go re-up coffee here in a second, guys. Does anybody know how long we've been on? Because after about 2 hours, I'm gonna shut down and just restart, just to give us about a 5-minute stretcher. And
2 hours? We've been on for how long? 3?
Yeah, about 3 actually.
3.
Really?
Okay, guys. Well, this stream, I'm gonna just restart it and just call it part 2, and we'll do the exact same thing, but just to break it up, in case somebody does want to watch from the Uni stream and not flick through, you know, there'll be options.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
If you guys are all right with that, I mean, I'm fine to go for another however long, but yeah, just breaking it up, I think, whatever.
Yeah, I can hang out for a little bit.
I don't care.
Pushing 5
Like,
a.m. here, but
is it? Oh, good gracious. Well, you look nice and fresh. You hold up well.
Yeah, that's why my picture's not up, because I'm in bed right now. But
well, listen, we'll go for another little bit. Hey, we'll try to just extend this to like 4 hours, and I see feet.
no, we can I'm gonna get some coffee. I'm ready to go. I'm gonna get out of bed and go sit back down.
Okay. Well, listen, guys, I'll go ahead and jump out of here. I'll go ahead and shut this down, and I'll shoot everybody an invite back to the next stream. I hate to lose our viewers though, like the Vicky and Mom.
Hate to lose this audience.
Yeah, this is. I do hate. Maybe Vicky can come back on if she's home yet.
Yeah, I think Vicky should join.
Vicky's a fantastic contributor to the panel.
she should come on and do words.
Yeah, do words. It's getting harder the later it gets. Like I literally took this stream into cow fucking territory. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, and that was a further progression of fairly detrimental talk regardless. Yeah, all right. This subject matter is going to shit. Stray, I'm so sorry we got you involved with this. I'm so sorry. Thank you for sticking around, though. You're a lovely contributor.
You guys are awesome. Thank you for
The
having
goose
me.
story was epic.
You're awesome
We're
as
not
well.
going anywhere, Heather. We're doing astrology later, Heather.
Yeah. Oh, wait. Do you guys want to do Jules' segment next? We'll do Jules' segment next. And Jules can do Heather's
that's
stuff.
what.
Okay.
Please.
All right, we'll jump out.
It's so
I'll
much
jump
fun.
back in on the panel, and we'll give them the floor and let Jules do Heather's stuff, and
But
we'll pick up whenever that's done. Hey, we'll shut that down.
I've already got Heather's chart in my Astro, so I'm ready to go with that.
Okay. Well, we're gonna jump out, Jules, just to break the stream up because we've been going for 3 hours,
All
and
right.
I want this to be a specific focus. I want to be able to title it like the esoteric corner, and give you ladies the floor.
If Kat was here, we could make it a true esoteric corner. You've really got.
Yeah, I know. I'm not sure. Kat was going to get back to us when she got her email and if she got her email and stuff sorted. But if we'll check in Discord, like we'll take a 5, and we'll check in Discord and check with her and just see what's up.
Try to get the app somehow sorted out. I mean, yeah, it's a shame. Like Kat's the most amazing person. Like she'll be here on the next stream. I'm sure she'll sort it out. So anyway, yeah, stop the stream and then call us back in, and I'll do Heather's chart.
Okay, sounds good.
Sweet.
Sounds good.
See y'all in 5.
See y'all in 5. I'll go ahead and shoot out the invites, guys. So feel free to just jump on in.
Cool.
Cool beans. All right, see y'all soon.
All right.
Bye.
Peace, Mom. Peace, Vicky.
Bye, y'all.
Bye,
All right,
guys.
this is going to take me 30 seconds to shut down. This is awkward.
I know, it's like, yeah, see ya. Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
see ya. 5 minutes later. All right, see you again. All
yeah,
right.
I'm like that too. All right, see ya.
Okay, see you, Jules.
Like, see ya.
Like I see you soon. I better see you soon. And then the
See
show
ya.
will be named for you. The show
I'll
is your
see you
show.
around, man. It was really good seeing you. See ya.
Okay, see you around. See you. I'll see you guys
It's like
soon.
flight attendant.
Okay, all right. It's pulling up.
All right,
It's just
really see
taking
you
forever to
this
load.
time. It's really see ya.
Okay.
See ya.
Thank you.
Thank you. Oh, you're so
Bye again.
adorable. Oh my God. Okay.
Yes.
All right, here we go. I'm on the stop broadcast button. Okay, guys. Well, not still frozen.
See ya.
And any second now.
See ya.
Wow.
All right. See
All
ya.
right.
Bye. See ya.
All right. Here we go.
See ya.
Okay. See you. Okay, see you for real now.
Alright.
See ya.
All right. Okay. Bye, guys. We're out.
All right. Bye.
Peace.
Goodbye. Bye.
I'm